Good evening, everyone. GM Crafts here, bringing you another Facebook Live. Wow, May the 11th. Where's the year going? It's already nearly the middle of May. It won't be long before the Queen's Jubilee is here and we're into the summer holidays. Father's Day, bank holidays around. It's great, isn't it? What have you been up to this week then? How has it been with you this week? The weather here has been very up and down. It was pouring with rain this morning, and then this afternoon the sun came out and turned my craft room into a sauna, which is just typical, isn't it, on a live night? Yeah, it was freezing this morning and I was wearing my coat. You can't win. So tonight we've got lots of new things to talk about with you, lots of exciting news, some discounts. I say some discounts because there's more than one tonight. And we've got lots of free files and we've got lots of things to talk about. Obviously, if you've got any questions whatsoever, we would love to know. Tell us what you've been up to this week. What have you been crafting? Hope you're all doing well and having a great week. And what have you got coming up? And we are going to bring some different things for you tonight. Now, I've made this earlier on this evening on TikTok using the vinyl out of the Jubilee Mystery box. It's only a couple of weeks to the Jubilee, so obviously the Jubilee mystery boxes are running low now. So if you want one, you really need to grab it, and you won't want to miss tonight's offer because this is the best offer I've been able to get for it. So I will explain that in a moment to you. But there is lots of things to be had on the website. We've got some brilliant new videos that have gone onto YouTube this week. So do have a look at that. If you want the link, let us know. And the same if you want the link for this cut file and some of the other cut files that we're about to share with you. I figured because we were still using the mystery box, Jubilee mystery box, does anybody want to see what's in it? Because I have got it here with me again tonight. So let me know if you want to quickly see what's in the box and I will show you. I'm going to show you how to use the bear. Don't know whether you've spotted the bear in the mystery box. It's exclusive to the mystery box and he's really rather cute. You can't get him on the website. He is a Mumbles bear. So he is obviously very, very, very well made and really, really beautiful, and reminds me of those bears you get down in that famous shop in London. What do you think? Has anybody got one yet? What have you named him, her? Now, he's got a beautiful blue tartan ribbon. If you fancy a different colour ribbon, then you can just take the ribbon off and attach it. Now, obviously, this has been sewn in place for safety's sake. So if you're going to hand it to a child and you replace the ribbon, do make sure you secure it well, but you can do that. And I've trimmed my ribbon tonight. So this is how he comes out the box. I can see somebody popped up, but I can't see who it is.
Lots of people are popping up.
And this is when I've trimmed his ribbon, and I'll show you in a minute why I've trimmed his ribbon, because I want it to poke out a bit like a dicky bow over his shirt. Talking of shirts.
What named mine Bobo.
Bobo, that's a
different.
nice. I'm thinking Bertie. Can't imagine why that would be. This is his T-shirt that comes with him. You can sublimate onto it. You can HTV onto it. You can also use your marker pens onto it. I don't know whether you've seen our marker pens on the website yet. I'm just digging in my box. Bear with me. We have some sublimation markers of our own and some fabric markers that don't need to be used on anything before you use them. So you can actually colour wheel draw with these directly onto the T-shirt and then just heat it afterwards to fix it permanently. They're chisel tipped as well, as Anya rightly said the other week, so you can tilt them one way or the other, so you get a thick end and a thick end to get a great variation in your drawing styles. And you could, if you really wanted to, then if you're really clever, and I can't, use them for the calligraphy finish as well if you wanted to. So
I would love to learn how to do that.
yeah, I'd love to learn how to do calligraphy. So here's your bear. So that earlier on TikTok, I did put an X, and you'll see why in a minute, on his foot, with our gold, goodness me, our purple holographic HTV that comes in the mystery box, which, I mean, look how delicate that's been cut. It really does cut and weed beautifully. So I'm going to do the rest of that with you in a few moments. So that's coming up. And obviously I'm going to make this for you as well. So I want to do that before I do anything else, because I'm going to get that. I promised you last week that I was going to cut live with you And Cricut were having some scheduled maintenance, so I had to pre-cut everything, didn't I? So obviously tonight I will be cutting live again with you. So I wanted to do that and set the machine up and get it to go. And then we'll move on to some other bits I've got to show you tonight, because I've got so much to pack into this hour. So any questions whatsoever, please do shout. Before we do that, I want to just share these discount codes. I will keep sharing them through the evening. Anya will write on the post what the code is and what the rules are for its use, but she will send you it in a link with lots of information should you want as well. So please just send me the info and we will send it to you. So we have 2 codes. The first code is 5GMC. So 5% GMC. It's 5% discount on our GM Crafts website for Cricut and silhouette cutting machines, heat and mug presses, bulk rolls, Sawgrass printers and Sawgrass sublimation printable sheets. So paper and vinyl for sublimation packs only. So that's a 5% discount. Or if you're going to buy vinyl, you could spread this into 2 orders and then send us the order numbers and we'll group them together for you on private message. Please don't put your order number on the comments. And then we have a 15 GMC, which is brilliant, and it's for a 15% discount across all of our HTV, our self-adhesive, our own brand, so in the HTV category and in the self-adhesive category, not the Cricut and silhouette. And all of our app tapes, all of our paper craft section, our mystery boxes, our starter kits, our paper crafts, I've said, our iron-on transfers, transfer doodles, and our pattern vinyl. So it's 15% off all of those items only. So if you want to use both codes, do 2 separate orders because one won't work with the other and vice versa. And do remember that this expires midnight Friday, 13th of May 2022. So you've got about 48 hours to use it. And as I always say, use it or lose it. So 5GMC will give you 5% off your machines, your Sawgrass and your sublimation paper and your bulk rolls. Or alternatively, if you want vinyl, use our own brand vinyl, not the Cricut or silhouette vinyl, our paper craft section, our app tapes, our transfer doodles, our iron-on transfers, our mystery boxes, our paper crafts, as I said that, our pattern vinyl, our starter kits. Use 15 GMC and you'll get a 15% discount. This saves you an absolute bargain on that mystery box. So instead of it being £84.99, I can't believe it, I really can't, it brings it down to £72.24. And that is for 25 A4 sheets of self-adhesive permanent vinyl, 2 full-size pattern rolls of self-adhesive vinyl, 4 sticker sheet, 1 pack of stickers, which is 4 sheets, A4 sheets, with over 100 stickers in total, 1 full-size roll of app tape, 2 full-size rolls of glitter HTV, 4 pattern HTV, 4 eco HTV, 2 sheets of HTV transfers with 12 transfers in total, and the bear and his T-shirt. And that saves you over £60, including the bear. It's plus the bear, should I say, so nearly £70. So it's an absolute steal for £72.24. So any questions, Anya, before I load the machine?
We do have a question of a sort.
Okay, I love a question. I love a question.
Making craft mistakes, trying to do the Jubilee crown with the purple holographic, but it's got it the wrong way round.
You need to mirror it. So let me just grab purple holographic. I've actually got some here, so bear with me a moment. So I was using this the other week on some of the samples I made, which I'll gladly share with you as we go along the evening. So this is the purple holographic HTV, beautiful vinyl. Turn it round. Always, if you're not sure and you've never used a vinyl before, get your tweezers, be careful not to stab yourself, and poke in the corner. That's why I'm being careful not to stab myself, because these tweezers today, I don't know what I've done to them, but they're really sharp. Can you see? You've got a clear sheet and you've got the vinyl. Always, always put the clear sheet on the mat. So the clear sheet will go down on the mat. Then you cut it reversed or mirrored, as the software will ask you. So I'll show you in a moment on I'll get my laptop and show you. Actually, let me just show you now. So this is tonight's free cut file. Please comment if you would like it sending to you, and Anya will give you the link to download it directly from our website.
That sounds gorgeous.
What have you
I am jealous. This lovely lady is settled in with her laptop and some ice cream.
Oh no.
Ben and Jerry's caramel brownie party.
Oh
now
no.
that does sound good.
I'm feeling very jealous about that.
It's hot in here. Let's do some of that.
We need some ice cream. Anya, haven't you got a spare pot in the freezer?
I do.
Anya usually has a desperation pot. We may have to bust that out after the live. Right, so this is the file. Whenever you bring any of our cut files in, sometimes it will come when it's just, say if it was just the Buddha's body, so one full image, it will just cut as it is. But if it's like with letters that are not stuck together, you need to choose to weld it down here before you move on. Otherwise, it will move it on the next screen into a jumble. So then press make it. Then you need to choose on the mat if you're using your mat. Choose the mat size you're going to use. And now on this screen, if you were using the holographic, just want to make sure I bring this up to you to show you, you would mirror here. So you put your mouse on this point here and you slide it along and it will go green to show you to mirror it. That is what you do for most HTVs, okay? We're not doing that tonight because we're using pattern HTV, just to confuse you even more. I'm really sorry about that. But the way to tell is really simple. Peel your corner. If your vinyl colour or design is against the sheet, and this is the back, then you know you've got to mirror it. The clear sheet is the actual leading thing, and that always goes on your cutting mat no matter what. So if your clear sheet goes on your cutting mat and the rear of your vinyl is showing, then you know to reverse cut. If your clear sheet, like it does on our pattern vinyl, goes on the cutting mat, I'm doing this one-handed. If your clear sheet goes on the cutting mat and it's pattern vinyl, you'll see, let me just pull that, take it off the mat. You see, that's a clear sheet behind it. So pattern vinyl, we print it face up and we send it to you face up so that the adhesive on the transfer sheet doesn't deteriorate the pattern whilst it's sat in your room in storage. And then we always send you, which you'll see in all of our rolls of pattern vinyl or pastel vinyl and our Pearl Sparkle, is this transfer app tape for HTV. And you must use the HTV one. So always cut with your clear sheet on the mat. If your vinyl is showing the design on the back with a clear sheet, you know to reverse it. And we do have a full range of cut settings for every single machine on the website for you. And if you want the links to that, they are on the blog and you will give them to you. So I'll turn the machine on. Didn't realise I turned it off, Anya.
Oh, I didn't either.
So from this screen here, we would then mirror if you need to mirror, not if you don't. And then I always work out how I'm going to place this on my design on the mat. So how am I going to put my vinyl on? And I want to turn this so you can, at this point you can reorientate the design on your mat just by putting your mouse over it, going to that little circular arrow that's up on the corner here. And then you can move this around the mat wherever you want it to be then, so you get the design and the colours that you want out of it that way. So that's that. So I'm happy with that. I'm not mirroring it because I'm using pattern. So then I would click my mouse up here to choose my device. Now this is pattern HTV matte, so I'm going to use everyday iron on, and I'm going to use less pressure.
No, they're all telling me what they're eating now.
Oh no.
I've done it now.
Oh no. I'm going to have mutiny.
Mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Oh, that's our favourite. Oh.
I know.
Okay, so it's ready to load. We'll move back to ice cream in a moment. And there we go. So now you wait for that to, it always measures the vinyl to make sure it's got enough on the mat for what its design is, which is really handy because sometimes we've all done it, haven't we? We're a bit tired or a bit laps colour, we put the vinyl on the wrong way and the machine will say, no, that's not right. So press play and it will do it for you as we go along. So that's the purple out of the Jubilee. It's the purple ombre out of the Jubilee box that we're using tonight, okay? Right. So while that's cutting, oh no, nearly threw the vinyl out the open window. That would have been a disaster.
Can the cutting files you send out be used on the silhouette as well?
Yes, all of our cutting files on our website blog. We've got hundreds now. I do them every week. Sometimes, like next week, you've got 2 coming, 2 different occasions, so watch out for that. And I might give you a sneaky peek later. I've already done them, so I've got a couple of days off next week, so I'm ahead of the game this week. So all of our cut files on the website, and there's hundreds, will work on all of your digital cutting machines. So we've deliberately made them so that for the silhouette, because we're aware some silhouette users use the free one and some use the business edition, so we've produced an SVG and a PNG, so it doesn't matter which cut file system you use, it will always open on your software, no trouble, and we test them before we release them. I personally test them, so I know they work. Right, so I'm going to get the bear and we're going to do his bare necessities.
But he's just so cute.
Isn't he cute? So we're going to do the bear with some HTV. I want to show you what I'm going to do with him. So this reminds me, I've got a thing for, well, I think lots of us have a thing for bears and cute things, don't we? So I've trimmed his ribbon. You'll see why when I put his T-shirt on at the end. But I'm going to give him a heart because everybody needs a heart, don't they? So I'm going to give him a HTV heart. So I'm going to put that in a minute on there. And I've made a little, this is all out of the purple holographic HTV glitter in the Jubilee Mystery box. And this little T-shirt comes with it. So I'm going to put hugs on his T-shirt. So he's got a heart. And he's going to have hugs. So we've got to give him kisses, haven't we? Which is why I've put X on that foot. And we're going to put an X on this foot. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So I've set my mini press on and you need to set it to 2, and that's when that heats up. I'll get my heat mat and I may have to move without disturbing it cutting the maker out the way so I can do this without catching the mat as it comes back and forwards. Bear with me while I readjust my table.
Oh. I was going to ask if the files can be curated to SVGs and have the scan and cut.
Yes. So if you look on all of our cut files, you download the folder and there'll be a cry cut file, a silhouette cut file and a brother scan and cut file. I myself started as a scan and cut user. We have scan and cut settings on the website. I used to demonstrate scan and cut many years ago on that famous craft channel. So I'm quite blessed to be quite au fait with that. I'll just take the machines, finish cutting the vinyl design, so I'll move that out of the way. So yes, all of them can be used on a scan and cut, no problem at all. Right, so Mr. Bertie Bear, who's full of love and kisses. Now what have I done with his X? And I've lost his X. I've literally just had it. Oh no, I found it. Panic over. Right, so I've got his X, I've got his heart, because every bear needs a heart. And I've got his T-shirt with his little thing ready to go on it. And I've cut his bow, ready. And I'm going to get a sheet of silicone paper. I always use silicone when I'm doing a bear, just because it protects his fur from any extra issues. When I say silicone, it's that tracing baking paper out the kitchen. Please don't use Teflon. Teflon is not advisable with HTV. It overheats it or prevents it from working. Right, so when I do a teddy bear, you've got his pile. So what I do is I massage his pile round before I put the HTV on. Now, you need to preheat him like you do with all items that you put in HTV on. So I get my press, preheat him for a few seconds, and that removes any residual moisture. You'll see now we've got a flattened area. So again, I puff him up, and then I get his kiss. Again, not really important because it won't cover much of his foot, but I don't want to now. I just want to show you, I'm holding his foot underneath. Be careful not to burn yourself. We do heat-proof gloves if you need them. And then I'm going to put the press on top and squeeze between the two because you do need pressure. So if you're concerned that I've really got my finger quite a way under his foot pad there, so I'm not catching it anywhere near that heat press. But if you're risking that, then put some of the heat-proof gloves that we've got on the website. They're not very expensive at all, and they're really good. One size fits all. I've got quite chunky hands, and you've got very long, slender fingers, and they fit both of us no problem. So, are you counting over there, Anya? Because I wasn't. So we need to do this for 15 seconds. So that could go horribly wrong because I was talking at the same time. So, just let it cool for a second. I may have underdone that. No, I haven't. Perfect. So that's his kiss. Oh, I did underdo it. Oh, no, I didn't. I thought I'd... So, can you see? Because I'd fluffed him beforehand, and then I fluff him straight afterwards so we don't lose his beautiful pile. And then his kiss is perfect. So that's his 2 kisses. So now I want to give him a heart. So...
Oh, we've got to say a big happy birthday to someone.
Oh.
It's tomorrow, but it's Michelle Sullivan.
Oh, Michelle, happy birthday for tomorrow. Are you doing anything nice? Right, I'm going to count this one. So Anya's going to have to now entertain you for 15 seconds.
Oh,
right.
I don't know what to say for 15 seconds. You put me on the spot. All I've got in my head is all these ice creams and cakes you've all been eating. And one of our customers have had a roast tonight. It's a bit warm, I think. But it's very hot in here anyway.
Yeah, it is a bit warm for a roast. But I have to say, I like the style. I do love a roast dinner. What was it? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did we have for tea tonight? We had pie and mash.
Yeah, actually.
It was a bit too warm for that even, wasn't it, Anya? Me and Anya were a bit picky with that tonight. It seemed a good idea when it was pouring with rain at 7 o'clock this morning.
It did, yeah.
Right, so I've just got to let him cool down. In fact, I don't think I've pressed him long enough. So where's... There it is. I'm looking straight at it. So I'll just let him cool down. So because of his fibres, you can actually... He's got a really solid body. So what you can do is really squeeze down on him. As long as you pluck him up afterwards straight away, then he won't lose any of his body shape. They're quite forgiving. Right, so while we're waiting for him to cool for a minute, we'll do his T-shirt. So the T-shirt comes in the mystery box as well. Again, the bear and the T-shirt are exclusive to the Jubilee Mystery box, and you can get that 15% discount off it tonight. So do have a look on the website. If you would like the 15% and the 5% discount code, so 5% is 5GMC, and that is off Silhouette cry-cut machines, easy presses, Sawgrass printers, sublimation printers, sublimation paper and vinyl, that's sublimation category, and our big bulk rolls in the trade section. So 5GMC, and that's valid till Friday midnight, 13th of May 2022. But if you want a 15% discount on any of our vinyl, our mystery boxes, which includes the Jubilee Mystery box, or our self-adhesive, our HTV, our starter kits, our paper craft section, our transfer, iron-on ready-made transfers, our transfer doodles, our pattern vinyl, then you need the code 15GMC, and that will give you 15% discount to use before midnight Friday the 13th of May, which I think is an absolute bargain. I can't believe that the boss let us have that tonight. So I've preheated his T-shirt. Now I'm going to go in with this, and there's 2 plates. I'm going to have to do it twice because it's too big for the press, so I'm going to just go quiet and count to 15.
Have we done any tutorials with scan and cut?
Not yet.
Okay.
It will be something on my radar shortly. We did many years ago, but we haven't done any recently. We do have in all of our blogs and tutorials at the very bottom an explanation of how to import and use the cut files in the scan and cut software. We did have some old ones on our YouTube channel, but unfortunately when YouTube's licensing rules changed a fair few years ago now, they were removed because they were under different rules. So we are going to revisit that very shortly, I'm sure. So just watch this space.
I only have the large heat press. Should I use that or an ordinary iron for the bear?
Very good question. I would advise using the heat press. I've got one here in a minute, so I'll show you in a second. I just want to show you his T-shirt. How cute is that? And then we'll just pull it, and then I'll show you what I'm going to suggest to help you use the heat press. The reason I would still use the heat press is because the temperature is more controllable. This is going to be very difficult because he's so fluffy. There we go. Look at that. A bear with a heart. Every bear's got a heart.
Yes, they do.
And I just think having a secret heart under his T-shirt is just lovely. So I'm going to take his ear tag off because I don't know about you, but it's getting on my nerves now. If you're going to give this away, you might want to leave the tag on. Hugs. Everybody needs hugs and kisses, don't they? So I figured this would be perfect for that. So I'll just put his T-shirt on him. Oh, it does look cute.
So much choice to choose from on the website.
There is. Is there anything in particular you would like help with? We have beginner's guides articles on the blog. We have a what material for what vinyl. So if you've got particular fabric that you need to use, it helps you work out what vinyl you would not like to use that with. We have all sorts of blogs on the website giving you different helps and different tips to know what you're doing. There you go. Can you see why I cut his ribbon now? I think he looks really cute like that. It's hard to show when you're at a funny angle. So he's got his hugs, his kisses, and his hidden heart. I should have put his heart on his sleeve. There you go.
Oh, that would have been cute too.
It would, wouldn't it? Could have put his heart on his sleeve. But I think he's cute. So that's my little bear. So that's how easy it is to personalise these bears. Just make sure that you do pay particular attention to getting the right pressure when using HTV. I find that makes a big difference, and certainly when you're using it. One of the most common, we don't get them often anymore, but one of the most common questions we get off somebody is, why did my vinyl fall off? And we have some great articles on the website, and we are all very versed at being able to help you work out what went wrong. So if ever you have that happen, which it does, happened to me the other week, and I said to Anya, I don't understand why that didn't work. And she said, well, did you do this? Did you do that? And I had forgot to preheat it, and that's all it was. So even we all make mistakes. So it was just enthusiasm on my part, and I forgot to do it. I'm just going to turn this off and bring my big press up in a moment. Preheat it while I weed. So, have you seen the Cricut Bright Pad Go yet?
That's it. You're getting good at that.
Yeah. When I first unboxed it, I kept saying to Anya, what do I call it again? But it's the Bright Pad Go. Right, so I've cut the purple ombre from the Jubilee Mystery box. And I'm just going to trim. I always try, I don't want to do, I damaged it earlier on TikTok, so I've got to be careful. So I always try and trim as much excess vinyl away as I can. It's harder when I'm stood about 2 foot away from this at the minute, so I'm not getting my head under your camera. So it's not quite so easy to see, as you can probably see better than I can actually. So when you're weeding, especially with pattern vinyl, because it's not on its transfer sheet yet, it's on a static sheet, you may find it easier to apply it to the transfer sheet first and reverse weed it. So instead of doing it now, you'd put it on the transfer sheet and then you'd reverse weed it, so you take it off afterwards, which then holds it in place a bit easier for you, especially when your room's hot like mine is tonight. Mine's a room's, it seems to keep all the heat in my office. Mind you, these lights don't help. So when I'm doing letters, I always pay attention at the beginning and peel from the bottom, because it takes less stress on the cut design. So if you tear anything, you're less likely to actually tear your design with your enthusiasm. and I find it just makes it a bit more manageable to do that. My fingers are all hot, so that's not going to help. I may have to revert to reverse weed this. We'll see how we go in a moment. Now obviously, here we go, we're getting it now. When you're weeding, if ever you get a big bit, it's easier when it's HTV because it's not sticky. Self-adhesive vinyl can be a bit sticky, can't it? So sometimes I find it easier to go in and cut. So you get your scissors, for example, there, and cut the bit you're weeding so it detaches from the rest of the design. So that, especially if it's sticky, this isn't obviously, but it just means then that you're not getting stuck everywhere as you go along. Now you see my weeding waste collector. Oh, it's making my back ache leaning over here tonight, aren't you?
Oh, is it?
Mm.
I think it's because you've been doing a lot of leaning.
A lot of gardening. Yeah. It's that time of year, isn't it? And I'm not crafting, I'm found in the polytunnel. Now, if ever you get pattern vinyl, it is static cling, so if you move your design, you can just put it back in place, so don't panic. This is the time-consuming bit. But I know you all like to see it live, so you can see that it's not always perfect. Oh, it is warm in here. There we go. It's coming down nicely.
I find reverse weeding so hard.
Do you? Do you find it easier to weed? Who is it? Do we know? Do you find it easier to... Sandra, do you find it easier to weed like this before you've put the app tape on? Or do you find the app tape is just too sticky for you? I was just trying to work out what makes it harder for you, so I can see if I can think of something to help. Right, we're almost there at this bottom bit. I find reverse weeding is really helpful when I'm using pattern vinyl, because like now, you haven't got to worry about it lifting. But equally, I want to show you that it can be done quite okay. It's just to give you a bit of confidence. It just takes a few moments. And when it's a really warm day, your fingers have got more moisture and more heat to them, so it tends to stick to it. So reverse weeding is a bit easier in those circumstances because the app tape has adhesive on it.
Ah. One thing I struggle with is finding which way the HTV goes on the mat.
Right, okay, let's go back to that, because we did discuss that earlier, but you probably missed it. And I think that is really important, and it is a common issue with people, so please let me help you. So, whatever vinyl you're using, we'll go back to weeding in a minute, I'll give my back a rest. Whatever vinyl you're using, you always check. If you're not sure, check the corner. So it's a lot easier with paper, a self-adhesive vinyl, because it's got a paper backing. But even then, you can sometimes be confused. Please don't worry. So if you, and I have also another question. People say they don't know which one. They've got a box of vinyl and they don't know whether it's self-adhesive or HTV. This will answer all those questions. Take your weeding tweezers. Be careful not to stab your finger, as I did yesterday. And put it in the corner. And peel the corner back. Now, can you see? You've got a clear, it's hard to show on this, in this light tonight. You've got a clear sheet, can you see that? And you've got the vinyl side. Now, if it was self-adhesive, this would be paper, and it would be completely and utterly non-sticky, so it would just be paper. And this would be your vinyl, and it would have a sticky bit there. So then you would know it was self-adhesive. If you're using HTV, you peel the corner. And the really good thing is, I've just squeezed it and it's gone back down. So you're not wasting vinyl by doing this. So you peel your corner. You've got the clear side, you've got your vinyl side. Always put your clear side, no matter what, on the mat. So that the vinyl side faces you. Always. And then it's really easy, once you've worked out the clear side, you put your clear side on the mat, and it's really easy then to work out what you need to do next. If your colour, so for this instance is purple holographic, if your colour is on the mat, then you know you've got to reverse your design. and you would weed it afterwards, and then you would turn it over and apply it to your item. If, like with pattern pattern HTV vinyl and our pastel, you peel the corner, and you'll see here, I'll come back to you in a minute, Anya. You'll see here the clear sheet's here, but your pattern vinyl is face up. So you still place your clear sheet on the mat, but then you know not to mirror your design. Do not reverse your design, because it's going to be cut and transferred afterwards. You right, Anya?
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah.
It's from me.
Yeah.
Did we ever post that dinosaur we did on the blog, or did we not?
Which dinosaur?
The Mumbles one.
No.
That was a long, long time ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, that was just a video that we did for, I think, TikTok.
I think I've seen it somewhere.
I think, or is it YouTube?
One of the two. As a lady would like us to do one of the big mumbles to see how we put vinyl on that compared to the small one.
Okay, well, we'll make a note of it, and we will do it either next week or the week after during the live. How about that?
Okay.
So if the lady would like to tell us what she'd like to see on the bear, or anybody else would like to suggest, then we will do it during the live, either next week or the week after.
Okay, and also another customer, Sandy, says, I made a mistake today, which proves you can't craft with a 14-week-old puppy.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Yeah. Did a polymer mug in my Cricut mug press and forgot to put silicone paper around
no.
it. It melted a bit of the mug and the metal insert is now stuck in the mug.
Oh no.
No, we know how that feels with dogs.
Yes, yes we do. He's just turned a year old, but he's quite demanding, as Anya will tell you. And he insists on being in my craft room with me, otherwise he cries if I'm at home. And yeah, he can be very distracting if you're not careful, although he's better now he's a year old. Going back to the polymer mug, it's a long shot, because obviously she's got the metal insert that belongs to the Cricut in it, hasn't she?
Yeah.
It's a long shot, but is it worth reheating it and then getting some heat-proof gloves and a pair of long-handled tweezers and moving it, getting it out? Please be careful not to burn yourself, but that would be my best fix idea at that. That's kind of what I would do. I might get my husband to do it even, because he's got asbestos fingers, I swear. So we're nearly there with my hot hands. Has anybody got any other questions?
Just searching through. Getting lots of comments today.
That's nice. What have you all been making? I've got something interesting to tell you, actually. I've got lots of interesting things to tell you, actually. I'm just trying to concentrate, and then I'll be all yours, I promise. But I've got lots of interesting things to tell you, including, if you've missed it, we've got a massive discount code. In fact, we've got 2 discount codes for you tonight. So if I haven't shared it with you before you've joined, then please hang about. And once I've finished concentrating on getting this weeded correctly, I will come back and tell you all about it. Although Anya will gladly share the details with you as well. But I've got loads to tell you. Have you seen, you must have, some of them we've done now, but we have the new Sawgrass sublimation printers. I know for the last few weeks we've not really talked about them much, but up until recently you've been asking for them a lot. So our Sawgrass sublimation printers are in, and they are fantastic. We have spent, as we always do, considerable time researching the printers, testing, ensuring the customer backup is there. They've got a fabulous customer service. You can always come to us and we'll put you in touch with them if you want our input, but they will deal with you directly, help you set it up and answer any of your questions, and they are just a wealth of knowledge. We've got some brilliant videos on our YouTube channel teaching you all the different aspects of using them with your different programs as well. Let me turn that way. And that's that weeded finally. So yeah, Sawgrass printers. Watch out over the next few days. I've got some giveaways coming, including some loyalty points giveaways. So watch our social media for those. It will be on the post, very clear that that's what's going on. So do watch out and do join in, because we do love a bit of interaction from you guys. We've got these fabulous discount codes. I'll just move that there a moment, and then I'll tell you about the discount code before I go on. So we have 15 GMC, 15 GMC. 15 GMC will give you a 15% discount off all of our own brand. So that's the entire HTV category, self-adhesive category, our app tape, paper crafts, transfers, transfer doodles and iron-on transfers, our pattern vinyl, and all of our own brand. So that does not include the silhouettes and the cry-cut materials, but it does include all our own brand. So that's 15 GMC. And then if you want to buy a machine, a mug press or a Sawgrass printer, or you want to buy our bulk rolls, because that's not included in the 15 code, then you can have our 5 GMC, and that will give you a 5% discount on a machine of cry-cut or silhouette presses, Sawgrass printers, sublimation printers they are, and all of their paper Sawgrass sublimationable printer sheet packs that we sell, as well as the bulk rolls. So they are some fabulous offers, and I've written them down somewhere, and I've moved the thing to show you. What I've done with it, Anya?
What are you looking for?
My green sheet. I was going to show them.
Oh, green sheet.
It looks like that, but it's green.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, found it. It's okay, panic over. I've got that many things to share with you. I've got little piles on my shelf. So there's your codes. 5 GMC for your 5% machine and Sawgrass and bulk roll discount, and 15 GMC for your vinyl. That could be for your mystery boxes. It can be for your HTV, your self-adhesive, our own brand only paper crafts. It can be for iron-on transfers, pattern vinyl, and it can be on our pre-weeded transfers as well as our transfer doodles. And they are included on the website. So if those items are reduced, for example, the 5 GMC one will work on our mug press. I'm hoping to get around to showing you that quickly tonight when I've finished here, and that will give you an extra 5% discount, and it's already reduced to $148.99. So I think it brings it down to 142 something. Don't shoot me. An absolute bargain at that price, and that includes both the vertical and the horizontal, which is brilliant because you can use that for the tumblers as well. So, and we've got videos on our YouTube showing you how to do that. So, pattern vinyl. We've weeded it.
Ah.
Yep.
On that note,
yep.
Question to do with the weeding.
Yep.
Did you just reverse weed?
No.
No,
I didn't,
okay.
because I wanted to show you that it isn't as difficult as you might fear. But reverse weeding will make it easier, but I obviously didn't want to make it easy for me when I'm demonstrating it. So, application sheet. Get your vinyl face up. Put your application sheet on it. Turn it over. Get your squeegee. I always keep the cover sheet. It's if I get distracted, I can quickly cover it if the door goes or anything else. So I always keep that till I'm ready. Rub on the back like you would, oh goodness me, that's that noise again. Rub on the back like you would for self-adhesive. And then you literally take the carrier sheet away. And that's ready to apply. Now obviously I'll trim it with my scissors. Yep.
Are tweezers easier to weed with? I brought a weeding pen, can't get on with it.
I have dexterity issues, which you probably won't believe, but it's true. I do. And I can only weed with these. It's the only thing I can weed with because they are super sharp. So I can poke it, I can pull it, I can tweezer it. They are really easy to use. They pinch well and they keep hold. The gap, I'm trying to find a word showing you on the camera. The gap between them when they're closed is non-existent. And they really are brilliant. They are so good. I've got a spare, and I've got a spare for a spare, because if I lose them, I go crazy. Anya will tell you I can't cope without them. So I've got 2 pairs that I have in use, and I have a sealed pack for if I lose a pair and I get desperate. They're just an absolute godsend, to be honest with you. I'd be lost without them. And they're really good for, when I was showing you earlier, peeling the corner of your vinyl as well, because they just make it so easy. So yeah, definitely use that.
Oh, never done the rubbing like that. I always put the backing over the top. Learned something new tonight.
Always rub on the back, how I've just shown you, even when you're using self-adhesive. Now, I know you can rub on the front and it will work with a bit of extra effort, but the principle behind rubbing it on the back is you're pressing, if you're rubbing on the back, you're pressing the vinyl into the application sheet, and that makes it much easier than you pressing the vinyl back onto the carrier sheet that you're trying to remove it from. So I always advise to press, to rub on the back. Let me just move these tools to one side, otherwise I'll be moaning later that I can't find them. Did any of you watch our TikTok last week when we were losing our bag? And then remember we were having a bit of a laugh about it on last Wednesday night on TikTok, as I couldn't find the bag I'd pressed earlier in the day. I found it. It was in my T-shirt pile. Yes, right. So I'm going to put this on a T-shirt tonight. So just want to show you how to do that. So I've got my easy press. I've already got it preheated. So I've set the temperature setting, because this is our pattern vinyl, for 160, 15 seconds. We have loads of tutorials on the website using our pattern vinyl and all of our other vinyl as well. But we have loads on the pattern vinyl, and including layering. We've got another one coming next week for pattern vinyl, which if you're really lucky, I might show you a sneaky peek, because I've already made it tonight. But if you're layering, you need to adjust your timings, and we have some brilliant blogs that we've devised explaining and talking you through that step by step. There's loads of blogs on the website, and we've got loads that have been tailor-made for that mystery box, and I'll show you some of those samples once I've pressed this, because obviously you'll want to see those. So always preheat your T-shirt. That's a must. If you preheat any item you're wearing or using with HTV, it removes any residual moisture so that you're not getting any steam afterwards when you're applying the vinyl. Now, you can fold your T-shirt, which I've shown you on a couple of tutorials recently, and iron a crease, and then you would just pinch this and a crease in the middle, but I'm going to go rogue and do it by eye tonight. Now, it's a very difficult and very subjective thing. Where on a T-shirt do you put a design? Well, I know that this is going to go on Anya. So she'll wear this. I know she will. I won't be able to stop her. I'll come in tomorrow morning and she'll be parading around the office in it. So you've got to make sure that you target it for who you're making it for. So I know that she'll want the design exactly along that, what I'd call the armpit line. So that's how she likes her designs when she's wearing them. If you're not sure, there's no right or wrong reason. Just make sure it's central and square. What you don't, I mean, sometimes actually it can look quite nice on a skew width, and we did that with our butterfly the other week, but that was a deliberate choice. But right, so put your press on, upper body weight, and make sure you're making real effort and pressure. People underestimate how much pressure you need to use with a cry-cut press. But when you use a clamp, it squeezes it, and you couldn't pull that T-shirt out from the clamp with the clamp closed, and you need to replicate that.
We have a few questions coming in.
Yep.
Can we combine the codes to get lots of bits?
No, you can't, unfortunately. One code will work per basket, but you could order twice. So if you want, for argument's sake, oh, I've come off too early. If you want, for argument's sake, a machine and vinyl, then use the machine code, the 5 GMC code, then reorder again with the 15 GMC code, and then send us a private message with your order numbers, and we'll make sure that we try and package them together for you.
Is the discount on the Sawgrass bundle?
Yes, it is, but only till Friday evening, so please take advantage of it, and it's the 5 GMC discount code that you'll need for that Sawgrass.
And finally, does the Sawgrass print in A3?
Yeah, we have a SG500 model, which is the A4 model. I think it's SG1000 model,
So,
that is the A3 and A4 as well, I think it does, but it does the A3. So you need the SG 1000 for the A3 print size. Once you've let this cool very briefly, then you can remove your transfer tape. Now, if at this point it lifts, I always do it a little bit at a time, and if at this point any bit lifts, don't panic, just quickly drop your tape down like that, and then you can repress without causing any damage. It's when you try and tear it. So I always liken this to peeling off a sausage skin. I know it sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? But if you peel it back on itself, you don't cause any damage if it hasn't stuck correctly. And also, you'll find then that you just don't lift your vinyl, cause much issues. Now you see how that's lifted as I've pulled it. Don't panic. Just go back in. That's because I've missed the top end of it. Go back in.
Do you need to pre-wash the fabric before applying the vinyl?
Right. Let me just press that. Pre-washing your material, it's a very subjective thought. So I'll try and, we have a blog that explains this really well that I've designed for you. So Anya, please send her the HTV is falling off blog just so she's got that for reference. But I will explain. By and large, you don't need to wash your items, but if you have an item, and I know it started during the beginning of COVID lockdown when everybody moved on to mail order, and cotton manufacturers started to panic because every time they sent stuff out, it was coming back creased like a dog's dinner and they weren't able to resell it. So they started to put a one-coat covering that was an anti-crease Teflon coating, which washed out when the customer had the item, so nobody was none the wiser. And there's no legal law to make them have to tell you that they've put it on, because it's classed as part of manufacturing processes, and it's assumed that by common assumption that you should wash your items of clothing or bedding or anything else before you use it. So they don't have to tell you. So how would you know if that your item's got that on? Well, it's quite easy normally, because you can pick your item up, pinch it and squeeze it, and if it creases and the creases drop out immediately, it's got that coating on. There is a particular manufacturer that, it's the opposite word to now. They do it on all of their high street brand store T-shirts now, I've noticed. So again, you would have to wash it. But if you do wash it, please don't wash it with any detergent or fabric softener, and then you won't have a problem. So just do it as a warm wash, and then it will wash out. Tumble dry it, make sure it's air dried, line dried, whatever. Iron it beforehand, and then you'll be good to go. So there is no right or wrong in many respects, but if you've got that coating, it can create a bubble underneath the vinyl, or it will just washes straight off after you've applied it. So there is a bit of an issue on that on some. But the blog that we've written, that's still not completely stuck. The blog that we've written really does help. So if ever you get a bit that doesn't stick, don't panic. It's because I'm trying to do it without getting my body under the camera, so I'm not putting enough pressure in this top corner. So I just turn it round, repress, and it'll be good to go. I forgot to press the button, didn't I? I'll just let that cool for a second. So, right, I wanted to quickly show you the mug press before I left you tonight. We've got these on offer on the website at the minute, and they are reduced to £148.99. I can't quite believe it. We did a video the other week on these, so do have a look on our YouTube. If you want the link, get Anya to let Anya know, and she'll send you the link in a moment. They're really easy to use, and I just wanted to show that to you now. Mug presses, you can get the ones that you like normal. We've got those as well that you just drop the cup into, but this one's ideal if you have a tumbler. I haven't got any Sublimation designs printed with me tonight because the printer's in the office back at headquarters. But here's one I made earlier. So when you're loading these in, you would press, it shows you on the video that we've made on YouTube, close the clamp, let it do its full cycle, the clamp will open by itself, you turn it, you close the clamp, so you've done a full 360 print, wait for it to finish, and then you would turn it round and do the same again on that side. Close the clamp, let it do its full process, open the clamp, turn it 360, and that's literally it. Now your design and your beaker or whatever can be as long as you like, just needs to be the 80 to 85 mil wide so that it gets a perfect clamp pressure on it. I wanted to show you very, very quickly. We do loads of transfers, and obviously these are included, the transfers are in the 15% deal. But have you seen these new sparkle mugs that we've got, glitter colour changing mugs? So I just wanted to quickly show you how to use that and how to apply vinyl on there with the decals, because they can be used just as easily as your sublimation. So it's a great one if you want to get the kids involved. We've got loads of iron-on transfers, thousands of different designs, every subject you can imagine, from superheroes, animals, flowers, butterflies, dragons, dinosaurs, sloths, unicorns, all sorts. This is a mixed pack, so you get a lot of different ones in the pack. And I just wanted to share this with you. Just trying to think which one I'm going to put on. I may put my little Dalmatian on. So how you would use these, I'm not going to use the whole pack, but how would you use these is you cut it out. It's already ready weeded, so you just take the white backer off there. That's it. And then you get the application tape sheet that comes in the pack, the same way as you would with the pattern vinyl. And the ideal thing about this mug press is it does it all for you, so you don't even have to think. So you just put it in the press the button, and away you go. So I've got my little transfer, and I keep stick him on there, turn him over like we did earlier. That's literally as easy as it is. And you can do that. We've got all sorts, UK ones. Trying to keep the backing out of the way because I want to reuse it. And then you choose where you're going to put it on your mug. So you want it front, or you left-handed, or are you right-handed?
I'm left-handed.
Anya's left-handed, I'm right-handed. Do you want it facing you or away from you, Anya?
I use my right hand, ironically.
Okay, that's good then. So, literally that's it. Pop him in. Close the clamp. And that's it. Let it do its thing. Don't even think about it. Walk away. Do your own thing for 10 minutes. Well, it's not 10 minutes. I think it's 3 minutes, actually. But you know what I mean. Let's go back to this. Hopefully I've caught it with enough pressure on that front corner now. Now, sometimes when you let vinyl sit too long, which I have done, it sticks back to the app tape. So you just gently heat it for a brief second just to lift it off again. Because this is a warm peel vinyl, so sometimes leaving it to go cold actually causes you more problems than it solves. There we go. That's quite perfect. Now, if you ever get your vinyl off, your backing sheet off, and your vinyl or your T-shirt just looks a bit untidy because you've pulled it about, don't panic. Just get your silicone paper, never Teflon because Teflon will damage your vinyl, and just quickly run it over like an iron. And that's it. That's your vinyl. Right, where's the bear gun?
Did we show the doodles?
No,
tonight?
would you like to see the doodles, ladies and gentlemen?
We were, I think,
Have you got somebody asking? Transfer doodles. This was one we made. Anya coloured it in for me at Easter. They're a fabulous product. We do clear sheets so you can do your own drawing on it. And I made a beautiful design which is back at the office at the moment with the clear transfer sheet and my dog's names on our iron-on transfer hearts to make a tree. There is a blog for that if you want the link to that. So that shows you, we've got 2 or 3 transfer doodle blogs. So Anya, if you want the links to those, different ways of using it, etc. Let Anya know and she'll give you the link, or I will when I come off the live. So this is what it looks like when it's applied. So these are the transfer doodles. And you literally open the pack. All the instructions are on the pack. And inside you get 2 sheets of different designs. There's loads of about 40 different designs, I think, on the website now. And your 15 GMC discount code is valid on these till Friday night, don't forget. So that gives you 15% discount, which is absolutely brilliant. And you get 2 designs in each, so you choose which ones you want. And you colour this shiny side, and then you apply the matte side. And it does tell you on the instructions. And colour it in. There's numerous amounts of different pens that you can use with it, including Sharpies. It seals it in. Once it's applied, 15 seconds. That's it. It's waterproof. You can wash it. And it is just absolutely perfect. It's a brilliant way of, especially with the clear ones, the clear sheet that you do your own design with. It's a brilliant way of creating memories and doing activities with the kids as well. And obviously, we all love colouring, but there's nothing more annoying, is there, than having nothing to do with it afterwards. And that really does resolve that for you. Right, the mug press is finished. It's done it all by itself. And look at how it's changed colour.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? And then I've got to do it with my tweezers because I will burn my fingers. And my little spotty dog is stuck on there. How beautiful is that? And obviously when it goes cold again, he'll become more defined.
Oh, I love the Dalmatian.
I knew you'd love that. We have a Dalmatian at home, so that's a big hit with Anya. We do loads of different mug blanks. Unfortunately, the discount codes are not valid on the mug blanks, but they are valid on the mug presses and on these, obviously, and the iron-on transfers. And all of our vinyl, 15% discount code is valid on those as well, as our paper crafts and our pattern vinyl designs as well. So there's and the mystery boxes and the starter kits, and they will expire midnight Friday. So do get them while you still can. And I've lost my little Bertie Bear. Where's Bertie Bear gone, Anya?
Oh, no, that's not him.
I don't know where he's gone.
Oh, there by the box.
There he is by the box. So don't forget, we've also created this with you tonight. If you've missed the start of the live, don't panic. It will come back on the website, on the Facebook when it's finished, and I'll also upload it to YouTube. Now, do you want to see some of last week's files just quickly before I leave you, so that you can see if you want any of those sending to you? Let me get the samples I made. So this was very popular last week. You all loved this. This was our Jubilee T-shirt design. And you could resize it, reshape it. We've got the perfect purple to use with it in the mystery box if you want to use the glitter. But also, of course, we do also have a flat matte purple in the premium range, which is perfect for the Jubilee colour. And this was made using our Eco HTV, so we can send you the links for that if you would like it. And this was all made from the mystery box, the Jubilee mystery box. All the contents were from that. As was this T-shirt. Again, let me just move this press out of the way because I'm going to end up knocking it otherwise. Again, pattern vinyl from the mystery box, our Union Jack, with the Eco Black that's in the mystery box. And that was a free cut file 2 weeks ago. We've still got that if you would like it. Blog last week, or the week before, it might have even been now. Again, using the mystery box vinyl. Free cut files, if you want the link for these, they're on the blog, but Anya will give you the links for our London Bridge pop art design. And again, more ideas for you to use with our mystery box was this on the website. And then we can't forget our paper crafts, can we? Oh, what about this? That was also made using that cut file too. And then last week, our paper craft section, we did these on our website if you want the birthdays. And we also did Jubilee 70. They're 3D cards, but you can make them into cake toppers too. And we did some other ones a few weeks ago, which are also on the website for 21st, 1st and 40th birthday, which I have here. And actually, we made one into a cake topper. Let me just... all sorts of things to show you in my hand here now. So we had this tutorial a few weeks ago, which allowed you to make it into a card or a shaker cake topper. The tutorial was, and was that made with it? Same thing, same cut file. And that one. We also had this card on there a few weeks, well, Valentine's week I think it was. And then some more samples that we've made using the mystery box. So we use the stickers, some of the stickers, to make a notebook, because Anya and I can't live without a notebook or 10. Another birthday card using the vinyl and the stickers out the box. Again, that was out of our Easter box. And I just thought I'd show you this as well. This is one of our iron-on transfers that have been folded up in the bottom of the box now. But it's a horse mixed with some vinyl. So there really is lots of versatility. There's another horse one mixed with our animal print vinyl. And then we made this a few weeks ago as well, which is also on our website for the Jubilee. So you've got a print and cut corgi. A lady shared that this week. She made it with something. Can't remember what she put it on now. Tea party for the Jubilee. So that free cut file is also on the website. So there really is lots to keep you inspired. If there's anything you would particularly like assistance with, please let us know. Have you got any questions, Anya? Or are you okay?
I think we're okay.
And obviously, if there's any particular cut file or theme that you think we're missing, I'd like to know that too. But lastly, would you like a sneak peek at what's coming over the next couple of weeks? And don't forget to watch our social media page for the next day or so, because I've got a new competition for some giveaways for you. Does anybody want a sneak peek? I'm sure they do. What about this? This is coming out onto the website tomorrow. You'll see it over the weekend, I would imagine, on Facebook. Free cut file. You asked us last week for some T-shirt designs. You asked us last week for some Father's Day designs. So I hope this meets your criteria. Periodically, I enjoy the coolest elements. So it's a bit of a play on words with the periodic table and beer being cool. Not only just a drink, but cool as in popular. So we thought that would be a great Father's Day T-shirt, or birthday, or just because. Festival goers, I can see, are going to love this as well. So that's coming tomorrow on the blog. You'll see it on YouTube first, and then it will come onto Facebook and TikTok over the weekend. So do keep your eyes out for that, and the free cut file will obviously be available for you. And then, what about the week after? What have we got then? Would you like to see what that is? Do keep your eye out for these. So these will be coming on the website and on Facebook and on TikTok and YouTube. So this is coming next week.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Does the vinyl come off as I only sublimate looks?
The vinyl will not come off under normal use. And in actual fact, the other day I accidentally put your beaker in the dishwasher that I'd sublimated. And I went to it afterwards thinking, oh no, this is going to be disastrous, because I didn't give it the full whack because I was busy doing something and I got caught up doing what I was doing and wanted to turn the press off. But it was absolutely fine. So no, it doesn't. But you shouldn't really use it in a dishwasher. You shouldn't use any vinyl in a dishwasher just because of the salts. But they do hand wash brilliantly. But saying that, we've got loads of customers that use it in a dishwasher, but it's just not something we recommend. So this free cut file's coming next week.
I love that one.
Yeah, I'm really quite keen on that.
Beautiful.
And then I'll give you one last teaser for the week after, because I'm feeling generous.
Look how that shines.
Look at that. This is made using our holographic and our pearl shine HTV. It's beautiful, will it? You can catch it in the light. Look at that. So that's coming the week after next. Not on our live, that's just as a blog. Next week's live, I have a double whammy idea for next week. So watch this space on that one. And I've already created the cut file for that, so I'm quite looking forward to showing you that. And don't forget tonight's discounts. Anya will give you the links, or I will when we end the live. But the codes you need will be valid until Friday night, midnight, the 13th of May 2022. And they are 5 GMC if you want 5% off the cry cut or silhouette cutting machines, easy presses, mug presses, Sawgrass printers, Sawgrass sublimation bundles, sublimation printable sheets, and bulk trade rolls only. That is all that 5 GMC code will work for. If you want to order other things with the 15 GMC code, then you'll have to place a separate order, and that 15% 15 GMC code will come off all of our own brand vinyl, so not the Cricut or the Silhouette, but all of our HTV, all of our self-adhesive, all of our pattern vinyl, our transfer doodles, our weeded transfers, our paper craft sections, our starter kits, our app tapes, our mystery boxes. I mean, it's going to give you an incredible discount on that mixed mystery box for the Jubilee, which has an amazing amount of products inside it. And just to give you a quick recap, including this cute teddy bear, which we made tonight with some of the vinyl from it, with his secret heart. I just think that's so cute. And in the box, it's £72.24 with that 15% discount if you order it before midnight on Friday. And you will get 25 A4 sheets of self-adhesive, including 12 colours, and 5 of those will be stained glass. 2 full 12-inch roll size of pattern self-adhesive in the Jubilee designs. 4 A4 sticker sheets, 1 pack of 4 sheets, which is over 100 stickers in total, and they again are permanent. 1 roll of app tape, 2 rolls of glitter HTV, 1 in our hollow gold, 1 in our hollow purple. 4 pattern HTV, and that is the sunflowers. In fact, let me just grab it and quickly show you, because I've got it here. I was expecting a big crash then, because I just pulled that box away. So you get the Union Jack HTV vinyl. You'll get the, so I'm having to dig in the box here, sunflower HTV vinyl. You'll get the purple that we've just used tonight, the purple ombre. Where have you gone, purple ombre? I had you a moment ago. There you are. The purple ombre. And then, of course, you'll get the red England UK landmarks vinyl that we made for the Jubilee, which is just stunning. And then you also get 4 rolls of Eco. They are all 12-inch wide rolls. And that Eco is in the basic black and the white, because everybody needs those. And then obviously the yellow and the blue to go with Jubilee theme. You then get 2 sheets of HTV transfers, and there's 12 transfers in those in total. And then last but by no means least, Mr. Bear and his T-shirt, which is sublimationable, as well as HTV obviously. So there you go. That's your Easter. That's not Easter, flipping heck. I'm going back to Easter. I'm getting excited. Either that or I'll jump forward. That's our Jubilee mystery box. As you can see, we've got loads of cut files on the website that will match that Jubilee box, but any other theme. Father's Day, Mother's Day. I mean, it's a bit early for Mother's Day now, but in America it's Mother's Day this week, I do believe.
It was the other day, wasn't it?
Was it the other day?
I'm not sure. I'm sure I saw when I was looking on Instagram the other day. It's Mother's Day.
Because loads of people started asking us for Mother's Day stuff the other day, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, it must be Mother's Day in America. But there is lots and lots on the website for you, and we will bring you another live next Wednesday at 8 PM on Facebook, 7 PM on TikTok. Do shout after the live has ended if there's anything at all we can help you with, and obviously myself or my colleague Anya or my colleague Alicia will be only glad to help you at any time. So great to see you all. Thank you very much as always for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. And do keep your eye on our Facebook and all our other social media pages for the next few days, because we've got some incredible offers coming for you and some giveaways as well. So look forward to seeing you soon. Bye bye.